Blood beneath old mountains' toe and gold beneath the clay, where honest dwarves went down to work and did not see the day. The lantern chains were swinging low, the rails were slick with rain, and every tunnel seemed to breathe like something born of pain. No fiddle played, no hammer rang, no miner cursed the stone, for rats in rags and rusted mail had made the dark their own. With yellow eyes and crooked knives they watched from beam and hole, and all the mine went cold with fear beneath the mountain's soul. Down, down under mountain's toe, where the black rails bend and the cold winds blow, steel in the dark and a lantern low, we fought the rats under mountain's toe. Down, down, let the whole town know, we broke their teeth and we laid them low. Before the mine the white worm came with winter in its jaw, and every breath it loosed on us was ice and death and awe. The snow rose up like shattered glass, the ground was lost from sight, and even steady hearts grew cold beneath that killing white. But one stood firm with sword held high, red-scaled and battle-scarred. His cloak was torn, his armor cracked, his breathing came out hard. The dragon's frost broke around his blade, the storm screamed overhead, and still he held the line for us where weaker souls had fled. Down, down under mountain's toe, where the black rails bend and the cold winds blow, steel in the dark and a lantern low, we fought the rats under mountain's toe. Down, down, let the whole town know, we broke their teeth and we laid them low. Then in we went by timbered gate, past rope and rusted chain, where lantern light was thin and sick and shadows moved like rain. The Warrats stood in ranks ahead with spear and knife and grin, and all around their lesser kin came crawling through the din. They hissed at us from broken carts, they laughed from ledge and beam. Their chieftain watched with crimson eyes that burned with murder's gleam. But no one turned and no one bowed and no one begged to go, for we had come to break their hold beneath old mountain's toe. Down, down under mountain's toe, where the black rails bend and the cold winds blow, steel in the dark and a lantern low, we fought the rats under mountain's toe. Down, down, let the whole town know, we broke their teeth and we laid them low. String sang, the shield wall rang, the tunnel flashed with blue, and lightning split the choking dark as spell and arrow flew. The bard struck up a warlike chord, not sweet nor soft nor fair, but sharp enough to wake the dead and drive fear from the air. Then holy gold came pouring forth, a sunrise underground, and every rat that loved the dark went shrieking from the sound. The sun staff burned, the shadows broke, the mine roof seemed to glow, and hope came back on golden feet beneath old mountains too. Down, down under mountain's toe, where the black rails bend and the cold winds blow, steel in the dark and a lantern low, we fought the rats under mountain's toe. Down, down, let the whole town know, we broke their teeth and we laid them low. A black-furred brute came lurching out, big as a miner's cart, with teeth like nails and claws like hooks and hunger in its heart. It dragged its belly through the dust, it snarled through broken breath, and every step along the rail smelt cold and close as death. But blade met hide and spell met bone, and courage answered fear, while fen like flame through Faborn mist went flashing swift and clear. The little fox with green bright eyes ran quick where shadows flowed, and left the dark confused behind upon the tunnel road. Oh, the mine remembered hammer song, the old deep dwarven sound, The ring of iron, bite of pick, and carts on stony ground. And when the rats began to fall, that buried music stirred, as if the mountain held its breath to hear one hopeful word. Gunlet leapt high with dagger raised, one lunged with rusted spear, one caught a throat of sacred light and choked upon his fear. The red-scaled warrior drove ahead, his great blade white and low. The cleric shone like morning fire, the rogue struck sure and slow. The mage called storms through timbered halls, the archer loosed her rein, and every blow we landed there gave miners hope again. The rat chief screamed and bared his teeth, his crown was filth and bone. But kings of rot do poorly when true steel comes for the throne. Down, down under mountain's toe, where the black rails bend and the cold winds blow. Steel in the dark and a lantern low, we fought the rats under mountain's toe. Down, down, let the whole town know, by steel, by blade, by fox, by bow, we won the mine under mountain's toe. So mark the tale in iron nails and carve it into stone, that no rat king with knife or curse shall call that darkness home. There's blood